Hi everybody, this is Azariel with Northwich Magic Co. and this video is just a continuation on our last offerings video part 1. So if you'd like to get some more info on that, stick around. All right, thanks for coming back and tuning in. I just thought I would continue the last video as I didn't have enough time to really fit in a couple of things. One of the things that I wanted to cover is disposal of your offerings. So if it's food or drink or whatever, you can generally be safe taking that outside and putting it on the ground or pouring it on the ground. If you are worried about an animal eating it that shouldn't, you can also bury it. That's a common way of getting rid of it. If you live by a river, lots of people will throw it in the river or in a lake, and that's a way to send that off. Depending on your beliefs and the way that you think about it, I even know people that just put it in their garbage to be hauled away. Personally, I don't usually do that. I have with certain things, but I find that it is a little bit more respectful to my spirits if I give them the offering outside to consume. And you'll find lots of times what will end up happening is an animal will come, and it could be a spirit in a manifest body. Lots of times crows or ravens will come, or squirrels or whatever, and they will take it away. I've always kind of thought of this as my spirits taking that and, you know, sharing it amongst the community. So that's a good thing to do. Now, things like money, if you were perhaps giving money in exchange for prosperity working with a spirit, such as Clonic or whatever, you could take the money and bury it. Other ways to give that offering and to show offering with money is to set it out in a place where somebody who needs it will find it. That's a good way to kind of pay it forward and pass that on. Now, if you are giving the money specifically to the spirit, obviously don't do that. The best thing to do in that case would be probably to bury it. That's just my preferred method of dealing with solid items like money, leftover candle wax, things like that. So that's the way that I deal with things. Like I say, lots of people just throw it in the trash because it's being taken away to be buried. You kind of use your discernment and whatever you feel comfortable with. For my food and drink offerings, I've actually got a place right beside my front porch at my house where I place those, and outside after I feel that the spirits have finished taking the sustenance from it. And then I place it there and I give one final offering saying, thank you for sharing this communion with me. Thank you for accepting my humble offerings. Thank you for being with me in my life, and hail and farewell. And then I will dump the offerings on the ground to be consumed by the earth and to be taken by any of the embodied spirits in the animals that decide to come and take it. So that's kind of what I do for getting rid of stuff. I bury many things, or I will take them and I will put them down a waterfall or in a river or things like that. Just please use your discernment, because if you're just going to be littering, keep that in mind. As a witch, I'm always mindful of the impact of what I do having on the earth around me. So unless it's biodegradable, I wouldn't recommend throwing it in the river, that kind of thing. Other things you can do is you can bury it at the base of a tree and kind of give that as an offering to the spirits there. Or you can burn offerings. Burnt offerings is another good way to deal with things. So if you're making like a energized sigil, things like that, you can burn it. Paper can be burnt. Paper money can be burnt. You can burn your herbs for offering. If you were offering herbs or food or incense, whatever, that can all be burnt as well. So that's another way to deal with it, and I do use fire quite often in my rituals. So that's just something to think about there for disposal of your offerings. So now you can also when you're doing your offerings, I just wanted to add that you can add in more things than just, you know, food and water and coffee and things like that. Money is a very common thing that people offer. Gemstones are a common thing. Jewelry. Pretty much the sky is the limit. Whatever you feel is a good offering for that day or for the particular spirit you are working with, whatever. So use your discernment. The more that you start to open up your psychic senses, the more you'll kind of get a sense of knowing. I have what's called claircognizance, so I just kind of get a sense of knowing. Other people have clairaudience, where they'll actually hear the spirits tell them what they have. So whatever your gifts are that you develop, eventually you will develop a system for communication with your spirits to know what it is that they want. Okay, so keep that in mind as you continue through your practice. Usually, if you're just beginning and you have a thought that, hey, this would be a great thing to give, that's a good idea to go with that. You know, if you're putting out your offering and you're like, oh, I need some honey. Okay, cool. Well, let's put some honey here. Oh, we need some money. This spirit wants some silver coins. So you put out some silver coins, whatever. Use your discernment. The more that you do this, the more comfortable you'll become with it, and you can kind of carry on with things from there. So I just wanted to cover that as kind of like a wrap up to offerings and what I do with them. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments section. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you like our channel, hit the subscribe button. Share for your friends to see. It really helps us to grow our channel and be seen in the algorithm. If you like what we do, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/NorthWitchCo. You can also find us on all socials as either NorthWitchCo or Northwitch Magic Co. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that this video has helped you to ignite the light within. Have a great day.